Go. It's Ash Wednesday, and because of weather, we are canceling the service for tonight, but you are in luck.
Because we have a video for you all about the tradition of Ash Wednesday, what's coming in Lent, and you're even going to see the preparation of ashes in case you wonder how we do that.
A little behind the scenes footage, and then we're just going to have what we would do, the imposition of ashes. Today, we're going to do that on Sunday together.
Imposition?
Imposition!
Is it an imposition? What does that mean?
Let's talk
I mean,
about
it's a funny word, right? We don't use it every day.
We certainly don't.
So the putting the ashes on the forehead is called imposing, or is the imposition of the ashes. So it leaves a mark, and it is a reminder of our common humanity.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about Lent, because this is the start of Lent, Ash Wednesday, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Ash Wednesday specifically. But Barry, if you're going to explain Lent to an alien, how would you explain it?
It's a weird word, right?
Yeah.
It really comes from the lengthening of days, right, and the changing of the season. So it's another one of those places where religious tradition gets caught up in what's going on in the natural world. But for us, Lent is the remembrance of the time when Jesus is led out into the wilderness by the Spirit after his baptism, and it's 40 days of being tested or tried by the devil in the wilderness. But they're really temptations that we all face every day, and so we go through the 40 days reminding ourselves and each other really that we are human beings that are being tried in our lives every day, and rely on God and the Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit of God to help us through.
Yeah, and it's in Christian tradition, you might have heard of it with people giving up things or making sacrifices for Lent. When I was a kid at school, we had a lot of folks who were Catholic, so we would have cheese pizza instead of pepperoni pizza because there was a tradition of folks giving up for Lent. And some of that has to do with our taking on and understanding what our role is as we prepare ourselves to enter Holy Week and the Easter story. Sometimes as humans we like to skip from these high points to high points, and part of our Christian story is to journey with Jesus through it all, through the miracles, through the betrayal, through the passion, and then to resurrection. So we want to prepare our hearts for that journey, and we do that in the season of Lent, which starts today, Ash Wednesday.
It does, and it happens to be very icy here, so we're not going to bring anybody out of their houses to receive the ashes, but we are going to do that on Sunday.
Yeah, and in a moment, we're going to share some behind-the-scenes footage of us preparing the ashes. So you don't go to your local Meijer and get them, right?
Though you can get them on Amazon. But
Yeah.
we do not.
Yeah, so we actually take the dried palm leaves from last year's Palm Sunday. That has been the tradition. So we take the palm leaves from that, and we burn them down, and we sieve them, and we create them into a paste with olive oil that we use as the symbol of mortality. And we'll be talking more about what that means on Sunday and what it means for us as a community, but we at least wanted to let you all in on the behind the scenes of how they are prepared as we welcome you to worship Sunday at 9 and 11.
Blessing the Dust by Jan Richardson. All those days you felt like dust, like dirt, as if all you had to do was turn your face toward the wind and be scattered to the four corners, or swept away by the smallest breath as what has made it through the burning. This is the moment we ask for the blessing that lives within the ancient ashes, that makes its home inside the soil of this sacred earth. So let us be marked, not for sorrow, and let us be marked not for shame. Let us be marked not for false humility or thinking that we are less than we are, but for claiming what God can do within the dust, within the dirt, within the stuff of which the world is made, and the stars that blaze in our bones, and the galaxies that spiral inside the smudge we bear.